Do you see this glam? Do you want to learn how to get a full coverage glam this year in 2026? All right, this makeup is gonna last you till tomorrow if that's what you're looking to create. Hi, my name is Ana Lucia and I am a pro makeup artist, and I am here to share all my tips and tricks with you. And I'm gonna be showing today how to create a full coverage glam, and I'm just gonna make it into a one video. So if you can't watch right now, maybe you can watch later. So save it and watch it as many times as you need. All right,
So
let's
when you
go.
want to create a flawless base, you want to start with skincare. So that's the first step. I'm sure you've already heard this before. So what I did last night, I did an exfoliating scrub. I did this Medicube Zero Pore Blackhead Mud Mask. And I do this on clients. I can do this for like 3 to 5 minutes depending on time. I do a sheet mask, and this is something new I've incorporated just to ensure the proper skincare depending on the skin type. But for the most part, I always go in with a moisturizer, and I've already applied that to my face. Also, when beginning makeup, you want to do a little lip mask. So for this look, I like to do the eyes first. So I'm gonna go in with a little tape. Again, I'm trying to make this as beginner friendly as possible, since a lot of people do still say they don't know how to do eyeshadow. With my eye open, I go and I apply the tape, kind of see like how you would envision a wing. You want to make sure both are equal. So I'm gonna go in, eye open, and there you are. Now I'm gonna go in with my concealer, and I'm using the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I really like using this as it's kind of creamy base. When I'm applying the concealer, I am shaping the brow. Just like that, carving it out first. What your brow shape would be. You could go ahead and do your brows first. My brows are tattooed, so they are already kind of done, so it makes it a lot easier for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply this all over the lid, and with any little blending brush, you can just smooth it all out. Already getting off to the wrong start. Didn't press record while I blended this out, so I went in the outer corner and I started blending inward just with this big fluffy blending brush. And I'm using a bronzing tone from Anastasia, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the same for the other eye. Start at the outer corner and bring it in. And I'm doing this with my eye open since I have small eyes and I want to open them up and create a crease. Now I'm gonna go in with this bone shade right here, and I'm going to apply this with a flat brush. You just want to pat that tone right in. And with your eye open, it really helps shape your eye. Same for the other eye. Inner corner, bringing it outward, just patting motions. Then with whatever's left, I just go over and get that brow bone. With a smaller fluffy brush, you're gonna go into a darker brown color, but not too dark. You're just gonna bring this in to the outer corner only, your eye open, and you can kind of see what you're trying to create. When you've got maximum pigment at the outer corner, you bring it inwards. And don't use too much force, just lightly blend. Same for this eye, outer corner, eye open, bring it in a little bit. Now I'm gonna go into a darker brown shade like this, and I'm going to apply that at the outer corner, just where I applied the other shade. I'm gonna do that just at the outer corner. I don't even know why I'm holding the palette like this. I like it a little smoky, so I'm just gonna bring that up a little bit. Now I'm gonna go in with black. Just tap that right at the outer corner with your eye open, and you will see that you're creating a wing. Just tapping that right at the outer corner, ever so slightly back and forth. And you can already see that you're creating somewhat of a wing. With a flat liner brush like this, you're gonna go in with the black, and you're going to tight line the top lash line. It's really touching the lash line. Don't bring it up, because then you're gonna make it too thick. Just like that. And as you can see, I didn't bring it all the way. I brought it in just up to there where my eyeshadow shape kind of starts going down, I brought it up to right there, and then I just really tight lined that. This is my favorite method of doing eyeliner just because I don't think I'm allergic, but I think my eyes don't like gel liners or anything too heavy on the eyes, and this looks much softer, so I also like that. Like that, really easy peasy. Then we remove the tape, and there you are. You now have a wing. Now I'm going to clean this up using a makeup wipe without getting too high onto where the tape was, because you don't want to remove any of that line. For primer, I'm going to prime with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Universal Blurring Balm, and I'm just gonna apply that right at my T-zone where I tend to get the most oily. If you have oily skin, you can apply this everywhere, or you can use something stronger depending on your oiliness. For super oily skin, like using the One Size Beauty primer and called the Oil Sucker. For lashes, I really like to use Ardell lashes, and these are the ones I'm going to use for this look. Now when I'm applying the lashes, I wait till it gets tacky so that I start applying them. Now I like to apply my finger and push so I can ensure that the eyelashes are on, like using a zoom in mirror so I can really see. And now to lift them so they're not drooping and they kind of mix with my own. Now I like my look to be a bit glowy, so I'm gonna go in with MCO Beauty Flawless Glow, and this is in the shade Light. And I'm just gonna blend that out. You can definitely skip this step if you don't like to be glowy. For foundation, I'm going to go in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the new reformulated form. And I am the shade 2N2, and I'm going to blend it in with a damp beauty sponge. You wanna bring it down the neck. If you have any imperfections, bring them down. And when you're blending around the eye, you want to bring it as close as possible, but you don't have to bring it all the way. You don't want to touch what you've done there. And now after I've done foundation, I'm gonna go in with contour, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour stick in the shade Shadow. You can go ahead and like do the double chin area. I normally skip that part. And with a flat kabuki brush, I go in and I just start patting that into the skin, and it starts to softly just blur it out. I do the same for the forehead. I just lightly pat, and it just starts to lightly just blend it out. I like to bring it in to the hairline because I'm kind of light, so it just kind of blends in. For the nose, I do like to do little swiping motions, and I do like to blend it in like this together. I don't mind some going. For the sake of this video, we're gonna use pink blush. I'm not a fan. I know all the girlies are loving it, so we're gonna do a pink blush look. This one isn't too pink. It's kind of coral. It's She's That Girl by Patrick Top. And I'm gonna take a small brush and I'm gonna apply it like I'm going outward, and a little goes a long way. That's why I like to use a small brush. I feel like this shade is really good for all skin colors. You don't want to bring it down to where you did contour. You just want to marry them together. Now I'm gonna bring it up my temples with whatever is left on the brush, so not too much. I'm gonna go in with a lighter pink blush. This one is Just Enough by Patrick Top. Higher apples of my cheeks. And this is just so when I do conceal, it like lightens and brightens underneath my eyes. Since if you notice, I didn't do any color correcting. Now back with my NARS Soft Matte Concealer, I'm gonna use the shade Café con Leche, and I'm using a fluffy blending brush for this. Whatever I have left on the brush, I bring it down, just kind of highlight this area just with whatever is left. I don't add more product, and I grab a little bit of product and I add it to my nose, forehead, anywhere you would like highlighted, and I just start blending it with the brush first. Now I go in with my beauty sponge and I start blending this out. now with a flat brush like this one's from Hobby Lobby by the Master Touch collection, and it's in the number 6 chisel blender. It's a very small brush, and this is where I'm going to detail my wing with my eye open, then close, so I can really see and I can really clean that up. I'm telling you, it's all in the tools that you have that you'll be able to achieve all these looks. Now I'm gonna go in with a beauty blender and blend it out, bringing it upward. Now for setting underneath the eyes, I really like using the Givenchy Prism Libre powder pressed form. It just gives the softest, most effortless set look. It just makes it look airbrushed. Like, look at the difference that just made. Just that. I swear by this setting powder. Now I'm gonna go in with powder blush, and this is in the shade Just Enough. And I'm going to apply it high up on my cheekbone. Now to add a bit of definition, I'm gonna go in with powdered bronzer, and this is Hula Bronzer by Benefit. I would skip this step if you're just doing daytime, but for nighttime, I definitely would add a bit more bronzer, and definitely go in with that bronzer and marry everything together just like that. Now for the final touch, I'm gonna go in with a big fluffy brush, and I'm going in with Hourglass, and I like using all the shades just like that to blend everything together so everything just blends seamlessly and I get a nice sheen. Again, I did it again. So for the bottom lash line, I smoked it out using Saddle by MAC, and I just really blended that out and brought it down ever so slightly. Then I went in with a brown shadow with a brush like this, and I just brought it to the outer corner, smudging it out. So to finish off the eyes, I do tightline the upper lash line just to make sure there is no gap. If you can see, that made a huge difference in the eyes, and I'm using black liner by Makeup by Mario. If you can see, that just made a difference, made them look fuller. I don't want to bring it down. I think that's enough. Now for brows, I like to clean them up using alcohol. Clean up any powders, foundation, anything. I like using a shadow that is a little bit lighter than your hair. And for this, I'm using the lighter tone of the medium brown of the Anastasia Eyebrow Duo. I just like doing this to groom them up a little bit and not too harsh. If you prefer it, obviously you can go a little darker. Now I'm gonna go in with mascara. I honestly don't ever really buy any crazy expensive mascaras. I like my OG L'Oreal Voluminous mascara. Now for lips, I'm gonna be going into Sugar and Spice, and this is more like a pinky nudish color. And now to give it a little definition, I'm gonna go in with Make by Mario Travis, just at the outer corner, just like this. Back in with Sugar and Spice, and now I'm gonna go in with Creme de Nude by MAC, and to top it off, I'm gonna be using Boy Babe by MAC also. And for the finishing touch, I always add highlight. I'm going in with this shadow pencil by Laura Mercier. Add that on my tear duct. Sometimes I would add it at the brow bone. I'm gonna go in with this Dior highlighter, you know, make my nose look itty bitty. And the final touch for glow, I'm gonna use this body luminizer I got on Amazon. Looks like this, and I'm gonna use this on a kabuki brush. Just really give me some glow, honey. To set my makeup, I'm gonna go in with the Tear waterproof mist. Other setting sprays that I also like is the L'Oreal Infallible Setting Mist, and of course the One Size Beauty Setting Mist. I don't really like the way this one smells. And what I really use on all my clients, the Krylon Setting Spray, and this smells also. It smells like a spray paint, but it works great. I hope you guys enjoyed. Watch me get glam. I hope you learned something from this. Please comment down below anything you have questions about, and I really enjoyed making